What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're talking about Coliseum Hody Jones, just debuting today for the 5th anniversary. One thing I want to note as well is that it is currently 5 times skill up, and it will be ending in the next 2 to 3 days, so I would suggest to go ahead and farm this as soon as you possibly can, because it does not take many copies to skill up during that 5 times skill up. It's borderline guaranteed skill up at this point. So I would suggest to, farm it up a few times, get him maxed out, because he is really good. So before we get into all 3 stages of this fight, I want to go ahead and just talk about the character himself. So I have just completed maxing him out, fully rainbowed, socketed, everything. Here is Coliseum Hody Jones, who is a Dex powerhouse striker, the exact same class and type combinations as Legend Kaido. His captain ability will be reducing cooldown by 1 at the start of the quest, boost powerhouse and striker characters attack by 2.75, and then makes your recovery 0. Not a very good captain ability, but 2.75 flat is okay, and 1 turn of cooldown, I guess if you don't have many other good striker and powerhouse units, he's okay, but overall, this unit is not really used for his captain ability. 12 turn max cooldown after limit break, reduces one enemy's HP by 20%. That does not go through any defensive effects, mind you, but he has amazing utility. He reduces your crew's bind, despair, and special bind duration by 5 turns. So that is an amazing piece of utility just to get that. And this character will be used very often, mind you. So I would suggest getting him done. For his crewmate abilities, he will go ahead and boost the attack and HP of Powerhouse and Striker by 50, and also have the added effect of resisting special bind on himself by 5 turns, which makes a lot of sense. So you can use his special ability to then unbind the specials of your other characters. So really good. As for his potential abilities, first one is Provoked Attack, or the Enrage, so giving an additional 150. He also has Critical Hit, which is an 80% chance for 7% extra damage. For a free-to-play unit, that's a really good critical attack potential ability. And he does have a support, supporting all of the new Fishman Pirates, giving 5% attack and HP to that unit. So yeah, just because of this character's utility and his Sailor ability, which works well with his special, this is a character you want to go ahead and max out. Personally though, I would have preferred if he wasn't a Dex unit, just so that if you did run him on a Kaido team, you wouldn't have so many Dex units. I would have preferred him to be like Int or Psi or something like that, but look, it is what it is. This character is still very strong, and I do suggest farming him up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about Coliseum Hody Jones. So round 1 of Coliseum Hody Jones is pretty straightforward. We have Daruma on stage 4, and he has about 2 million HP, and he will despair and paralyze your crew for 5 turns. So having someone to remove that's going to be ideal here. I'm using the 6+ Rayleigh, who is perfect for this. So if you have him, I would suggest using him. And if you don't kill Daruma on turn 1, he will enrage, but other than that, he doesn't really do much from what I can tell. And then the following stage is going to be stage 5 against Zio, who has approximately 3 million HP. And his preemptive will apply 99 turns of full immunity. He also has defense up, so you got to bring someone on your crew to remove that defense. You can't reduce his defense because of his immunity buff. So I'm using 6+ Jinbei in this specific circumstance. He also will go ahead and chain lock you for 10 turns, which in this specific example, we're using Sanji to remove that. And also you are blinded for 5 turns. So having a crewmate ability to remove the blindness will make it just a little bit easier for taking down the first stage of Coliseum Hody Jones. Round number 2 against Coliseum Hody, we have Icaros and Dosun. So stage 4 is the Icaros fight. He has 2.5 million health, and his preemptive applies 3 turns of burn to your crew, and he also will apply 3 turns of resilience to himself. So this is where I'm using Kaido as a friend captain to bypass the resilience side of things. Unfortunately, my specials weren't actually ready to go. I probably should have went ahead and used the Germa ship to get additional cooldown, but you can use a unit to just remove the burn, or as in this example, you just use Kaido's end of turn damage to do most of the heavy lifting here. And then on stage 5 against Dosun, he has 3.5 million. Again, my specials were not ready, but ideally you're going to use the Strength Yonji 5+ on turn 1 to remove the 3 turns of damage reduction and 3 turns of damage threshold, and then at that point it's just easy going. He doesn't really do much else to your team. He does hit semi-hard, I would say, but you know, when you have that much HP, it's not going to be that big of a deal anyway. So now we can go ahead and talk about the actual final boss against Hody Jones. So now round 3 against Hody. On stage 3 though, we have Hyozo with 3.35 million HP, preemptive of full poison immunity, and also will poison your own crew for 3,000 damage per turn. You can go ahead and remove that if you have someone that has a sailor ability to remove that, such as the Int Ivankov or 20th Anniversary Sanji. You can do that if you do find that damage to be a little bit too much. And also, if you don't kill him after the first turn, he does cut your health in half, which is very important. But then we've got on stage 4, we have Ikaros, Daruma, Zeo, and Dosun, ranging from, you know, 1 million to 2.5 million HP per boss. The preemptive here, there's lots of stuff. So there's delay immunity. They have 3 turns of Rainbow Shield damage reduction. Their attack and defense is increased for 3 turns, or 2 turns, I think it is. I can't remember. I think it's 3 turns. And also, they'll special rewind your entire team for 2 turns. So that's going to be quite annoying to deal with, having someone to rewind your specials back forward to reduce your cooldowns. So you want characters that have a sailor ability that resists that special rewind. It makes it a lot easier for this particular fight. But if you have Jinbei, version 1 Jinbei 6+, he's perfect for this because he has that sailor ability, and his special ability removes rainbow and blue shield by 5 turns on the enemy. So he is like absolutely perfect for this final boss stage. And then basically, if you don't kill them, they just keep doing negative things to your crew every single turn. But then we've got Hody Jones, which has 18 million HP, and for his preemptive, he doesn't do much, but he has an immunity buff, and for 3 turns, his attack is increased. After the first turn of attacks, he will go ahead and change all of your orbs into block and locks them for 1 turn. Below 20%, he does about 200,000 damage to your team, so you're basically going to get one shot by this guy below 20%. And then when you actually kill him, he does revive with 5.4 million HP, and he'll do about 20,000 damage to your team. So you want to make sure you have a decent amount of health left, or use a damage reducer before you kill him. And when he does revive, he changes from a dex type into a quick type. So again, Kaido is going to be really nice here as a friend captain, as you can just allow his end of turn damage to do most of the heavy lifting upon his revive, which makes it a little bit easier. So there are 4 different teams that I have for you guys in this video today. This one is the Bullet team, which worked perfectly, honestly. The only thing with the Bullet team is to make sure you have matching orbs moving into stage 3. The next team you guys will be seeing is the Kaido team, which is the most efficient team and was the team that I did use to farm up the copies for Coliseum Hody Jones to max out his skill. This team works perfectly. You can definitely use the batch characters as well, Sanji and Judge, and you know, there's lots of different options that you can go ahead and do for Kaido. But mainly with double Kaido, it's a cakewalk, really. This Coliseum was definitely built for Kaido in mind, that is for sure. The other 2 teams that I have for you guys in this video, the next one after this is a Sabo and Coalla team, utilizing V2 Doflamingo as a sub to basically KO Hody Jones in 1 shot when you reach the final boss stage. So that actually is pretty good. Another Sugo Fest exclusive on that team is Vivi and Rebecca. So if you have Sabo, Coalla, Vivi, Rebecca, and V2 Dofi, you can definitely have a look at the next team. And then the following team after that, the final team of the video, is going to be a double Snake Man team. I think V1 Jinbei is also on that team. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that one out if you guys are a little bit unsure as to what type of teams you can run. So there's a Bullet team, a Kaido team, Sabo, Coalla, and Snake Man in this video today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave you guys with that. You guys can see the rest of the teams play out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.
無茶してもまた無茶しても巨人空手はっ
だらけだ
大丈夫よ
了解